This is client one, Richard Biggs. Hopefully we'll find him a woman today.
Yeah, my name's Richard Biggs, but my friends, they prefer to call me Big Dick.
How do you spend your time, Mr. Biggs?
I like to do a variety of things, you could say. I like to walk in the park. I actually have a dog. His name is Al Capone. I'm just a fan of Mr. Capone. He's a pretty cool actor. Other things I like to do is I like to go to the local bar and party. I don't know what it's called, like P3 or something like that, but it's a pretty rad place.
All right, Big Dick. What do you look for in a partner?
Well, nothing too much. I like a little bit of the athletic build, you know. They got to be into some kind of crazy stuff like extreme mountain climbing, rappelling. I like to get outdoors some, you know. And I like to have a good time, and you know, I just like a girl that can, you know, take a good beating. I want a boxing partner per se. I'm into a good bit of boxing. She can throw that right hook, that gets me sprung.
What's the craziest thing that you've done?
Well, by law, I'm not really supposed to talk about it because afterwards they kind of filed charges and she had to go into the witness protection. But I'll tell you, it involved a stalk of corn and a red pail rope.
Alright, that wraps it up for Richard Big Dick Biggs.
Sir.
And if there's anybody that want to contact him, how can they reach you, Big Dick?
By phone, my number is 555-0069. Call me, ladies.
This is client number two, Roberto Hung. I'm a big fan of yours, Roberto.
Yeah, I'm a Roberto Hung, and I'm pretty famous. I've been in the movie industry, film industry a little bit, a little acting, a little directing.
So, Mr. Hung, I understand that you're in the film industry. What brings you here?
Well, right now I'm looking for clients, specifically women, for my new upcoming film I'm making. I would just like for them to have an open mind to try new things.
We understand that you're making a movie, so what kind of women are you looking for?
Well, the title of my film is Busty Broads in Space 7. So the woman is going to need to be able to fill the roles, if you get what I'm saying. She needs to be very loose and open with meeting new people, and she needs to be on the pill.
Do you have any major elements that affect your quality of living?
Well, walking has been a little difficult for me since the accident on the set I had. A midget fell off of a forklift on set and broke my leg, and I've had a little trouble with walking since then.
That wraps it up for Roberto. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, thank you. If you ladies are ever looking for a job or a date, feel free to give me a call.
This is Stanley Fitzpinkler. Why don't you take off that mask and show all the ladies that handsome face, Stanley?
No thank you. I'll pass.
So what's up with the mask?
Well, primarily, and the most fundamental option about the mask is that I'm a professional Star Wars LARP crew member, and I prefer to keep my alter identity with me everywhere I go. Secondly, I do not like to have my face presented on camera formatting.
So Stanley, what do you do for fun?
Well, particularly I enjoy playing a myriad of video games, such as World of Warcraft, and I enjoy quite a profuse amount of Star Wars. And I also seem to be into the whole LARPing business. LARPing, for those lesser minds who do not know, is live-action role-play, and I do enjoy it thoroughly. And if I cannot find a female who properly appreciates such, then they can take their business elsewhere.
Have you had any past lovers?
Yes, in fact, we met on World of Warcraft. I do not recall the realm name. However, we did have a lot of particular business.
Do you have any particular fears?
Well, I suppose you could say fears, but I prefer the term multiple disturbances, of which I do not find pleasing, such as the fear of the dark, fear of commitment, let's see, fear of being overpowered, fear of women, fear of speaking in public, fear of being overpowered by women, fear of being overpowered by men, fear of jocks, fear of being naked in public.
That concludes our session with the interesting Stanley Fitzpinkler.
Yes, indeed. Although, I must add one more thing, that I am a master wielder of the lightsaber.
Here with us now we have Steve Steele. Alright, Steve, tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Well, the name's Steve. Steve Steels. The name says it all.
Alright. So, Steve, what do you do for a living?
Well, you could say I'm a bit of a modern day Robin Hood. I steal from the rich and steal from the poor.
Have you had any past relationships?
Well, I've had a couple girlfriends here and there. I'm sure I'll have a couple more. The real love of my life is Smoking Cindy.
What is the all-time craziest thing you've ever done with yourself?
Well, one time I got the bright idea to start a charity for kids with terminally ill diseases. And, like the ass I am, I kept all the money to buy cigarettes and booze.
Any other comments before we go?
Well, just that any bad girl who wants to hang out, just call me on my cell phone, number 666-5793.